Sometimes I feel I'm scared to live. Living is what scares me. Dying is easy.
This is the bare bones
podcast.
Okay. New intro. So, this is a little topic I originally I wanted to try and do this for a later episode. However, I got very bored and I was writing a lot of because I am unemployed at the moment.
Mood.
I decided to just start writing out a bunch of scripts for like later episodes, and this was one of them. Originally, I was going to do this as like episode 10, 12, around there. But after, like, I had heard of the topic is the website normalpornfornormalpeople.com. And I had heard of this website before, but I'd never actually been there. I just heard like other podcasts and videos talk about how it's just creepy and weird.
You're just not looking at creepy stuff on the internet. Weird.
I guess I'm looking at abnormal porn. So
there you
go. So I just kind of got bored and I finally decided to go to it. And when I saw the website, I was like, "Oh wow, this is interesting." So we'll start off. I'm gonna show you. This is the website itself. Let me turn my laptop so it's facing you. Please don't knock my stuff over. Ah!
That was not my mic for the first time.
I was about to say, it's every episode. One mic has to get knocked over.
It wasn't mine
Okay.
this time.
Every episode, some mic is knocked over. Let me move my mic so I can actually. Oh, fuck it. I made a mess. Okay. So this is the main homepage. Tagline: Your God can't help you within my walls, but rest assured, you shall be on your knees. By Dr. Richard Van Buren. Need for Normalcy Project. So this is what I'm like trying to understand. Is that basically, it's, if I had to take a guess, some people have theories on what this is. Because on the website, it keeps talking about this Need for Normalcy project and that it's trying to get rid of abnormal porn by using quote unquote normal porn. I don't think, some people think this is a real thing. Some people think this is like some kind of creepy cover stuff. I don't know. I honestly think this is just somebody's version of like performance art. Like, I'll show you around more.
Just looking
So-
at the website, it's just creepy.
Yeah, it's just like a face hidden by shadows staring into your soul. No big deal. They also have updates. And so this is what I realized, because I had heard stories, and we'll go over these later in the episode, but I had heard stories about some of the videos hosted on here and how crazy they were. But the videos I found on the actual website today, June 18th, year of our Lord 2021, they were not the same ones I had heard described beforehand. So normal porn, they got all types of updates. Let me just read a couple of these to you. Have to rearrange again. The last update was 6/27/2018. Project has taken back to its roots thanks to a buyout, and we are very excited to move forward. I thought that was interesting because I don't know what they mean by buyout, like somebody bought their program. If you look at actually their first update they've ever had,
When was the first update?
2012.
Oh, that's
4/6/2012. No, this is a, like, relatively speaking, in the course of the internet, this is old. Yeah, he just talks about, like, he underestimated the interest in the project. As I have been bombarded with queries in regard to the status of the site, I will give you the condensed version. And he goes on to talk about how ownership of the site is going, citing. And I pieced together that they previously had a different website, and they actually, like, this is a new one that they ported everything over. So not every video they've ever had has ported over. Again, we'll read through. Do you know what a creepypasta is?
Yeah, I read that before.
That's where, to my understanding, normal porn for normal people got popular. Was there was a creepypasta somebody wrote talking about how they got a strange email from somebody that contained a few of these videos. And so that's the thing is I'll share with you some of the videos that the creepypasta talks about, but I don't know if they're real because I can't really find them. If anybody out there listening to this podcast actually has access to them or a copy of them or something, please send it to barebonespod@gmail.com. Email link will be in the description. Haunt my dreams, please. So we'll look at they have 7 videos that are actually on here, and they're interesting. They're not like,
Are they like give off like creepy vibes?
it's a creepy vibe, but it's not like jump in your face scary. Like
It's just so weird. It's like
yes,
makes your skin crawl.
It just makes you feel kind of weird. Here, come over to my side and watch. I don't want to move my computer again. You're gonna watch this with me. Okay. So this is the first one. It's called clean.avi. Also, all of these have a description for them. So for clean.avi, this is the first video that the project produced. It is by no means our best work, but it is definitely a starting point for our mission. That's the thing. They always talk about a mission, but like,
what is it? Like,
well, they say it's to get rid of the eradication of abnormal sexuality.
I know, but still, like,
Look
it's just all weird.
Look
It's just...
closely at the man. Do you see yourself in him? Are you reevaluating the things you look at online? Might they be abnormal? Please email the project if this offends you, as you might be part of the problem. The message of the project will become much clearer as we are able to add more and more videos. Keep checking back and make sure that your mind is right. If it's not now, it will be. This I can promise you.
It's like they're trying to fix you.
Okay. So you hear it's like a dog crying inside.
I thought it was like a person.
Watch.
It's creepy.
Oh yeah. It's a man blindfolded on a toilet.
Oh, now I see them. And I was like,
And he's licking the bathroom countertop and all around the sink.
what the heck? What does this mean?
So he does this for several minutes. He sits and licks the countertop.
What the heck? What is this supposed to mean? What?
Are you offended? You should email Dr. Van Buren.
I'm offended of how, like,
All right.
dumb that is.
So here's the next one. It is shack.avi. After much frustrating delay, we are finally able to present the third video from the project, and then in parentheses, the second video was lost many years ago. This video was posted on the previous incarnation of the site, but only briefly. That's what I was talking about. Like, they had a previous site. Watch the video once through, and then watch it again. If you look very closely the second time, do you see things you didn't notice before? Things both inside yourself and on the screen? Sometimes we have to take a second or third look at ourselves to find hidden thoughts and emotions that we didn't catch the first time around.
Are we going into our
It's
unconscious?
all about looking inside and out. All
Is
right,
it trying to reach our unconscious?
this one's kind of weird. So it's like old retro World War II radio playing. It's just like a dirty room with a couple windows and a light on.
Now back to London.
Camera pans down.
Area. No low-flying fighters came over to strafe us with machine gun fire. And no enemy vessels, not even one of their vaunted E-boats, came out to the attack.
Is that like
The officers
And it's a
and men
woman
with the high road
sitting in a chair
the mask?
with a creepy mask on. And she's got a sandwich in her lap.
were itching for a scrap. And they were a very disappointed lot at not getting it. If the Germans weren't just too timid to come out, the only other ready explanation that could be advanced was that they were too busily engaged.
Thing is, too, so he talks about in the description, noticing things later on.
Yeah.
I have watched this like 3 times, and I don't really catch anything later on. Like there's nothing goes past the window.
There's nothing that stands out other than the creepy
Yes.
woman.
I think she's quite beautiful, actually.
In the United Kingdom after dropping their airborne troops in France. Yes, Jerry had a lot to
How are we
do
supposed to
with it
find
last
ourselves in
night.
this or
As
whatever?
far as the naval phase of our
Sandwich.
activity was concerned, not a shot was exchanged with the enemy while I was on the scene. Well, that preliminary phase
This
of the
doesn't
show,
make
at
any
rate,
sense.
it was all too incredible.
It does give off creepy vibes. It's kind of like I don't want to
And-
watch anymore because
And
it's like
that's why I think it's like performance art, if anything. Because it's just somebody kind of being creepy and weird for the sake of it.
The Allied minesweepers, which cleared a wide channel straight to the enemy shore.
I'm going to skip ahead a bit.
On lines the skyline. Converging
Because I'm pretty certain this one, it's just the same thing
Yeah, it
over and
is.
over.
what?
Limited operation. Tightened. But Jim Moon appeared our position away clearly. They have been lying in wait for us.
I don't get it.
All aligned in
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the man appears behind her. I forgot about that.
Is that supposed to be like a dominance thing? Because she's sitting, he's like on, like hovering on top, like over her.
Bitch, I don't know. Okay. So yeah, that is shack.avi. Next one is impression.avi. Yes.
I just don't want to watch them. They're just so weird.
Is the
Oh.
You're gonna watch all. I watched all of these by
You
myself.
did that to yourself.
Okay, you're watching these with me.
Creepy.
Quote, yes, this video picks up where the last one left off. Starting with the next video, which should be recognizable to some, the theme of the videos will change. It was a different time, and that will be reflected. This video will probably be viewed mostly as a curiosity. That's fine. Sometimes mere curiosity will bring real answers. We'll talk more later. It's time for some rest for me. Everything should definitely be fine by morning. Okay, it's impression.avi. So it's empty room again, and there's the chair, the woman is gone, and it's the guy with the mask just standing there. He picks up the chair, and
There's the door, bitch.
he just fucking he just throws the chair, and then he's just standing there and staring at the camera.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Just what the fuck?
and then it zooms in on his face, and then he's just sitting here on the stairs and there's something moving in the background.
But what does?
Because you
it
can see
mean?
it's something
I kinda
really
saw it.
dark and shadowed that is moving in the background behind him, and then he's just sitting here on the stairs. And like I've watched this previously, he just kind of sits here. He doesn't really do much. He stands up at one point.
Cool. Creepy. What the fuck?
Yeah,
No, that's so weird. No.
yeah.
No,
It's
no.
it's the mask, and it's just like, it's totally overshadowed, so you can't see the person's body, and you just see the mask, and then you hear a child's voice. Do you see now?
No, I'm confused as hell.
All right. So this next one.
Who the fuck?
This next one you're not gonna like.
Then I don't want to watch it.
It's called pause.avi.
What is it? Does it?
It's nothing bad, but like.
No, it has to do with animals. No. Do they hurt the cat?
No, but they do scare him.
No, I don't want to watch that. That's animal abuse.
After being backed into a corner of life, what must someone do? Or the better question is, what can someone do? With the truth revealed to them. Our representation of this is like that of a cat, calm and collective, always wanting to avoid the turmoils of life, always running away from danger, always shielding ourselves from hate, pain, and all other emotions. We find distasteful to our breathing space. Well then, how now we see what we face it heads on. Do you see why I have issues reading this? There's weird commas in there. No more funning water trickles into the pools of our warped minds, and in that we finally have a peace from the severe pain. This one's pretty freaky, I'm not gonna lie.
They're all freaky. Who
Yeah.
the fuck comes up with this shit?
So it's a cat in like a tub, and the cameraman's breathing a lot. The cat is like visibly a little freaked out.
Well, obviously we have like a weird ass man.
Just watch. Just watch.
Leave that poor cat alone.
The cat doesn't want anything to do with this.
Obviously, who the fuck does? Whoever makes these videos need to see like a psychiatrist or something.
Skipping ahead a little bit so you can see. So there's something moving to the left, and actually knocks over some water at one point. Oh yeah, right there.
Cat.
And you'll see what it is. Why the cat keeps looking over in that direction.
Does that freaky face mask do?
Sort of. Watch.
No, I don't want to. What the fuck?
I know. Yes. It's like a really.
Same cat. I would jump out that tub
So
too.
the cat's jumping out. He's going behind the toilet. Okay, you get a better visual on what we just saw over in the corner.
This person needs to put into a mental
It's like
hospital.
it's like a paper mache face. It's super weird looking.
Fuck. Whoever is making these videos needs some help.
So he zooms in on it, this paper mache head. What? What?
Nothing.
You see something?
I just heard something.
Bitch, don't be freaking me out, alright?
You're the one making me watch these freaky ass videos.
Hey, normal porn for normal people, okay? So this is the next one called Intimidation.
Yeah, why don't y'all scare some kids? They deserve
This video from, quote, friends of the project, unquote, it gives us great meaning to expanding it and making our project beauty at its core. Sometimes in society, we're forced to deal with the memory and forgetfulness of others through their eyes and ears, and fear is born. This constantly changes as life moves on, and in it, we have to say, pick up the pieces. But as humans, we need to get at bay with this wall of fear and truly move out to the skylight of death in all its furious glory. So this is, what was it, intimidation.avi.
I wish I had a psychologist with me, like, analyzing this.
So it's a like kid sitting in a chair. There's a phone next to him. The camera woman's saying something, but like we can't really understand her. Kid's talking on the phone. Okay, she told him to put it down. He looks upset. I can't really understand what she's saying to him. Pass it on for the good of mankind.
No one knows what it fucking means.
All right, this next one. Okay, this one is really boring, so I'm going to skip through most of it. It's called linger.avi. It's a continuation from pause.avi, showing the impact cats as a subculture have upon, or no, not have, has upon the internet in more ways that can one say in mere words. From good cat acts to those of the most vile and unreal. This dead cat depicted here, okay, it doesn't actually show like a dead cat though. You'll see. Is such a being keeping away from the space of death, love, happiness, forgiveness, and pure hatred. Trying to hide from the light can no longer be shielded. America's falling deeper and deeper into the depths of technology, only to see what the future holds. The next chapter is beginning. Care to have a look? Linger.avi. Okay, so it's American flag. This guy, the cameraman's just like walking through a snow-covered. I'm skipping through most of this. He's just walking through like a snow-covered street, and he goes into like this backyard. He finds like a pile of rubbish, like just a bunch of trash. And then it's not a dead cat. It's just like a fur coat. He just rubs it.
What does technology have to do with any of
I
this?
don't know. He just rubs the fur coat. That's it.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
So, under the author, it says written by Dr. Scott
Schmidt.
Are you a real doctor? Like, got your PhD,
So-
whatever? Who the fuck is this dude?
I haven't looked into it before, but we could look it up while we're recording.
Yeah, I want to see if he's like a legit
Okay.
person.
So this is the final one. This one actually is kind of freaky. It's called janick.avi.
Worst for last.
Janick from reality. The sound of cold, shallow feeling of being all alone. Almost doll-like in appearance. Almost doll-like in emotion. Almost doll-like in the field of protection. Saves us from where we've been, where we're headed, and where we'll die. This one's actually kind of freaky.
It's like a building.
Yeah, it's like a castle looking. And then woman cleaning and man getting massage. Oh, that was a nipple.
Massage. They used to give bad massages. back then.
Jesus. Dolls. More dolls. A creepy attic space. Old man doll.
Need for okay. I think it's kind of ironic. It's like we need normal shit and then post these weird ass videos. How is it normal?
So
How is this normal?
They also have a YouTube channel. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just got bored with it because it basically, like the one video I watched, British man gets head hacked into by machete. It's just like a guy's voiceover telling the story about this British police officer who got his head hacked in by a machete, and then it shows pictures of the dude's head all fucked up. Like it's kind of edgy shit, but I don't know. I got bored with the YouTube channel. But yeah, that's the website. If you want to go sit at your seat again.
Definitely gonna watch some Netflix before bed. So I don't dream about any of that.
Yeah,
stuff.
it's fucking weird, and I don't totally get it. Hold on, I want to actually Google
It's just
Dr. Scott Schmidt.
like, who's this person?
There is a Scott Schmidt Pine Lake Behavioral Hospital.
That's where he needs to go.
A Dr. Scott Schmidt, plastic surgeon in Providence, Rhode Island.
Doubt it's him.
Dr. Scott Schmidt, general surgery. There's a lot of Scott Schmidts.
I think he just created that name to sound more professional.
I mean,
more
yeah,
like
I'm guessing it's like the Dan Smith of doctors, you know? Like, it's just a common name. But yeah, so there, like I said, a lot of this I learned about from the Creepypasta. And the Creepypasta talks about other videos that I couldn't find. Once again, if anybody can find them, please send them. I will gladly, okay, not gladly, like grinning watch them, but like, I like shit like this. It's weird. It's freaky.
that explains a lot.
So the Creepypasta, the guy writing it talks about that he got, and again, I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's legit. It's Creepypasta.
It's the internet stuff.
It's spooky spaghetti, all right? It could be total bullshit. But he talks about getting this email, and it's got all these videos attached to it, and he describes the videos. The first one he talks about is clean.avi, a 10-minute video filmed by a hidden camera, in which we see a repairman working on a washing machine for the first 2 minutes. When it's fixed, the repairman talks to the owner briefly and then leaves. The owner checks to make sure the repairman is gone, and he begins to lick all over the top of the washing machine. This goes on for 7 minutes.
Well, what's the point of that?
Next one is Jimbo.avi, a 5-minute video of an obese mime performing his act. It was actually pretty funny, particularly one part where he pretends to pull up a chair and then pretends that it breaks because of his weight. In the last 30 seconds of the video, the camera cuts to static briefly and cuts back to the man sobbing quietly, still wearing mime outfit and makeup. Some kind of obscure fetish, question mark?
So deep. So inspiring.
Next one
Woke.
is Diana.avi. It's a 4-minute video in which the cameraman talks to a woman in a room different from the quote-unquote interview room. This room looks like one you'd find in a normal person's house. Exactly where they are is never specified, as Diana only talks about her violin playing. She obviously plays her violin, but she keeps getting distracted by something. And then he leaves an extra note on there that says, I didn't notice this until someone on the image board thread pointed out, but if you look in the mirror in the background, you can see a fat man in a chicken mask masturbating.
What the fuck?
Next one is Jessica.avi, another 4-minute cameraman video. This time, he's outside a house, talking to another young woman. They talk about canoe rides. The camera zooms out to reveal the city streets behind them occasionally. The strange thing is, no one so far has been able to identify where this street is. Guesses have ranged everywhere from Europe to Australia to the Philippines, but there's yet to be a match for the street shown in the video. Next one is tonguetied.avi. It's a 10-minute video. The first 5 minutes consist of an elderly woman making out with a mannequin. The video cuts out like it did in Jimbo.avi halfway through, and the scene is now a group of mannequins huddled together in a circle around the camera. The lights have been dimmed, and the elderly woman is nowhere to be seen. From this point on, there is no sound.
Weird.
Next one, and I actually thought this one sounded kind of funny. Stumps.avi. It's a 5-minute long video where a man with no legs is attempting to breakdance on a Dance Dance Revolution mat in what looks like the kitchen from Peanut.avi, but much dirtier. There's a radio playing music unseen in the background, but it stops at the 4-minute mark when the man collapses on the mat in exhaustion. He breathes heavily and pleads with somebody off-screen to let him rest. This off-screen person becomes terrifyingly enraged and yells at him to keep dancing, which he does. You can hear this off-screen person begin to scream as the video ends abruptly. Jesus. It's just a dude with no legs fucking dancing, and the person's just forcing him. All right. These next two are weird, and this is what makes me go, I don't think this is real, this creepypasta. Again, unless somebody can actually get me the videos, I don't actually believe this is real. Privacy.avi. The woman from Diana.avi is masturbating on a mattress in the quote-unquote interview room, while the man from Stumps.avi walks around on his hands while wearing some kind of goblin mask. The door in this room was always closed in other videos, but it's now open. In this video, the only light is in the room, and the hallway is dark. Near the end of the video, you can see an animal quickly run through the hallway. And finally, the last video is uncovered. Useless.avi. In this 18-minute video, a blonde woman from one of the previous interview videos is tied down to a mattress in the interview room. She attempts to scream, but her mouth is taped over. After 7 minutes, a man in a black suit and mask opens the door, but he does not enter. He holds the door open for the animal that was running in the hall in the previous video. It's revealed to be an adult chimpanzee, its hair shaved and its entire body painted red. When the chimp enters the room, the masked man closes the door behind it. The chimpanzee sniffs the air for a moment, it may have been blind, and notices the woman tied to the mattress. It goes into a frenzy and begins to maul her. The assault goes on for a grueling 7 minutes until the woman finally dies. The chimp eats flesh from the corpse for 4 minutes as the video ends.
That's weird.
Yeah, so
That's something.
that's the thing. Like I said, I have no clue if that's real, if that's legit.
Someone just has a weird imagination then, just writing that.
I just know what we did find was fucking weird. Was it like criminal? Was it something that makes me scared to go? No, it was just fucking weird. But like, if that was real, the video of a here's the thing. It's not the fact that like a woman is being murdered. Like, that's not what I'm in disbelief on. Because like, I've been on Live Leak. I've seen fucking Mexican drug cartels like burn people alive and stuff. Like, you can find, if you go and look for it, you can find videos of people being murdered. But like, it's the fact that it's a creepypasta. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if that's an actual thing.
I mean, isn't most of the stuff on there fake?
Yeah, I mean, generally it's stories. That's the whole point of creepypasta. Yeah.
Could be just
Spooky spaghetti. I cook at the pasta. Gabagool. Yeah, what do you think?
That was. I mean, you heard me commenting throughout the videos. You know what I think.
Oh, I know you're really into like the psychology of people. What's your thought on if this person is let's say this Dr. Schmidt
He thinks
is real,
like
and he thinks
people need to be normalized or whatever.
yes.
He needs some help.
Are you providing us help,
No.
Miss Psychologist?
Can't say that. I'm not a real psychologist.
Yes, she's a real doctor. Take her word as medical.
No. Do not sue me. I am not a real doctor.
She's so humble. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting.
Some people got really weird imaginations.
Well, that's all I got. Let's go clean our eyes out with bleach.
Watch some happy Netflix shows.
If you guys like what you hear, please give like, subscribe, share with your friends, pelt your family with us. Make sure when you go to Thanksgiving, you scream about the topics we talk about. And then when your family looks at you and says, "What's wrong?" you just say, "The bones." All right. Bye, everyone.